to the Black Ninja Cast. It's your boy Justin the Roshi. Long time away. Woo! Feels good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. I even changed my name. It's no longer Justin the Voice. It's Justin the Roshi because I am the Master Roshi of this dojo that we preside in. However, I do have a pupil that has exceeded me in power level. His name is.
It's your boy Uncle Viz. What's popping in the streets? Oh God.
Ooh, oh boy. So today we will be talking about a couple of things.
That's right.
First of all, we're going to be breaking down the tier list with the new characters that just came out from season
2 for Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's right.
And then from there, we're going to just be, whatever comes to mind. In my heart right now, I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a little game called DBFZ.
That's the game I want to talk about too.
We actually talked about this earlier, like way long ago. You and I have had conversations about this game like before, like it's even come out and like when it was announced about stuff. So I want to revisit it because some stuff went down that I'm like very curious about. But, we'll get to it.
We'll get there eventually. But let's start with this tier list first. What is this?
Well, before we even do that, how you been, man? How you been?
I've been good. It's been going. I hit Super Saiyan Blue recently on a PS4.
Yes.
Honestly, I wasn't going to keep on doing ranked, but one of my good training buddies just hit a Living Legend. I was like, now I gotta be keeping up appearances. So I'm back on that rank grind. I'm gonna keep grinding for Living Legend on PS4. Now I'll do the same on all my PC accounts. I've been learning Skullgirls recently as well.
All right.
That game is hard as fuck, but it's fun as fuck at the same time. And just getting hyped for DOA 6. What's been going on there on the lonely Roshi Island?
So I've been getting back into Dragon Ball Fighters recently. I've actually just today. So I was Super Saiyan 2. I just moved up to Supreme Kai.
Okay, there we go. I think that's where Troy is.
That's where Troy is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Something else.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I would say, because every time I be talking to Troy, Tony, or Wes, they're like, yo, I want to fight Justin. I'm like, why you want to fight Justin so bad? Like, why y'all trying to fight Justin so much?
What did I do to him?
That's saying, like, yo, let the man be.
I don't watch. But yeah, I'm in Supreme Kai right now. Enjoying life up there. And I just figured out, and there will be a video coming out very soon on my end, because earlier this month I talked about how to use your assist in order to extend combos. We're going to go into greater depth with that because there are certain assists that you can use to extend combos even further than what we talked about. So I'll be very interested to go through that. Just show you guys the breakdown and all that stuff. I hope the first video helped everybody out. If it didn't, please let me know. But I thought it was a pretty good video. But
it was high quality.
It was so good. It was all right. But yeah, so I'm excited.
Let's move on. Let's get this tier list out the way.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go down the order they have it here, just straight from left to right down the columns. So let's start. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So first up, we have Super Saiyan Goku.
Super Saiyan Goku. Now, I will say I'm not gonna place them yet. We're gonna talk about it first, give the pros and cons, and then we'll place them as we talk.
Okay, for sure. So with him, I think I agree entirely with the people that make the game and say that he is as balanced as the game will probably get. Right?
Yeah.
Like his assist is good, his normals are good, / like really good. And it's perfect that he's the first character that we're talking about because he specifically got indirectly nerfed because of the system changes that came around. And with that, we mean, of course, as you guys know, the double level 1 supers for certain characters. We'll get to that later.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely talk about that later.
We'll definitely talk about that. But for certain characters, their double level 1s no longer scale very well. They go below the minimum, which is one of his bread and butter combos. In my opinion,
It was his main B. That was the main B&B combo, and also he was. think he was the only character who could do that. Like, he was the only character in the game who could do the double solo level 1.
And
everyone
it's just
else,
like gone.
Yeah, it's just, bye. Like, bye.
Technically, Beerus was kind of like a weird one where but like his is more like
yo, what's up, Bits? Yo, what's up, Bits?
But his was like more of like a weird thing where it's like built in where he's doing one and then it literally leads into the other. And there's another character that we'll definitely get to that was the target of his nerve. But we'll get to that.
But personally, I still think his assist is the most versatile in the game, personally. So
yes,
I'm not going to worry about the vertical axis just yet for Goku. But on the horizontal, bad support means they're kind of like point character only. Their assist is kind of whack. They need people to help them out. Meanwhile, Goku, and the good support side would be they're better as the mid or as an anchor because their assist can just do everything. So Goku's assist will always be the best or the versatile in the game for me. And also his DHC synergy is top tier. It actually got a little bit better in the most recent patch because they were talking about DHCs and making it easier. For some characters, it got a little wonky. You lost a little bit of damage, but overall, it is much easier.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take Goku. He's still one of the most solid characters in the game. So let's put him right around there.
Right around there. Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Good damage, among the best neutral in the game. God tier assist. You can't get much. You can't get much more than that.
No, I mean he like you said before, like his normal neutral game and all that stuff and his combo potential is really good. His assist is really good, even though he was definitely hit with his nerve.
Yeah,
you should not take him off any team because he is still very, very good.
Yeah,
so.
I say he got hit with the nerf. He's still on all of my teams and he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, agreed. But moving on, we're going into Krillin. So as a former Krillin player,
a day one Krillin,
I can tell you that his neutral game still didn't improve. His 2H is still really bad. His rock thing has gotten better since the game started. Absolutely, I'll give you that. And as with that, so has his assist with the rock.
That's right.
But
it's still a rock.
Neutral game.
It's still a rock. It's still a rock. Let's be honest. It's still a rock.
And his neutral game is still his neutral game. You know. All right. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I think people sleep on Krillin just a little bit. Not in like a super big fashion, but his downfalls are just more so the way he was designed and the nature of the game. So, first of all, Krillin is not that good of a support. His assist, as fun as it may look, it's still just a rock. It's just a rock in a game where people are throwing out planet-destroying moves. He just chucks a little rock.
Or a Senzu Bean.
Or a Senzu Bean, that's right. The Senzu Bean mix. Just for the Senzu Bean mix, I'll bump him up 1 pixel. There we go.
Okay.
But
wow.
I do... What? Wow! I do think people sleep on Krillin just a little bit. He has very good damage. His neutral is actually not as bad as people think. His buttons are trash, but he has one of the better beams in the game.
Sure.
And he has decent key blasts as well. And not to mention the God tier solar flare. That's probably one of the best anti-airs in the entire game. A lot of people be sleeping on that shit. First of all, if they block in the air, they're minus. And even if you block it on the ground, Krillin's only -2. My man's only -2. Like, come on. And JM Cross, I'm not a huge JM Cross fan, but he did show me one.
Really good.
Yeah, he did show me one of the best Oki tools in the entire game is Solar Flash and the Yamcha assist.
Yeah.
That's just nasty. I got hit by that shit. I was like, not today. I said, nope, nope. But he actually has good mix, decent pressure, and very good damage in the corner, at least. So everybody gets high damage in the corner, but he has extremely high damage in the corner. Sure. His level 3 Oki is actually really good. Saying that he's one of the smallest characters in the game, and he has one of the biggest smoke screen effects in the game from his level 3, and all the funky shit you can do with it. He can become literally invisible. My man just turns stealth and like, oh, guess what? He's on your left. Nope, guess what? He's on the right. So that's why I think people sleep on him just a teeny bit. But What holds him back, and I'll probably bump him down just a little bit because of this. As we know, the game is very scramble oriented. The best scramble tool in the history of fighting games / the worst scramble tool in the history of fighting games, Super Dash.
Yep.
It leads to a lot of funky situations where Krillin's buttons, where Krillin's buttons, they definitely start to rear their ugly ass head.
Yeah. It's a shame when like his best tool against Super Dash is his wild jumping medium because it hits twice. But that's such a weird place to be in. Like, you can't always guarantee that you're going to be in the air for that. You cannot bank on the fact that you're going to be hitting a 2H, right? Because you have to be sitting.
That
and
baby
you gotta
ass,
know that timing.
The baby, it's like, look at that big. It's like that big. Man got a baby 2H. However, I will say, his standing medium is slept on. That's one of the best buttons in the game, in my personal opinion. The range is decent, but more importantly, that's a 7-frame medium.
Yeah.
That's as fast as some people's jabs. Yeah. Think about that. We're gonna leave Krillin on that. We're gonna leave Krillin on that. We got some other cats.
Speaking of the smoke screen that you mentioned earlier, we have the king of
the smoke screen, Big Diccolo.
Big Diccolo.
I call him Big Diccolo.
Yeah, we got Piccolo. Still very good, and the reason why it's still very good is because they didn't really change anything. The reason why he's insane right now. They didn't change his attack meta. Everybody thought like, oh yeah, they're going to change that right away. Don't work like that.
They changed it a little bit, but literally like 2 days later on Twitter, I was like, yeah, it's still there. The meter thing didn't affect it all that much, just because the way Bandai / Arc System decided to implement the meter nerf into the game. But
in fact, some might argue that it actually got better because now that you can get a sliding knockdown from air grabs, so you can do that mix up if you wanted to. Oof.
Snapback is actually even more so the meta because it locks you out of guard cancel, and it just decreases the amount of blue health that you already don't have because I already decreased blue health. And since he was arguably the king of snaps, he just got better. Actually, I would say he didn't get better. He's more so just still where he was previously because the meter nerf is definitely a noticeable change.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But the overall system changes to guard cancel and blue life. That kind of just evens it out.
But if you put Piccolo on a team where he's the only person that you're spending your bar on, I mean the meter burn thing doesn't really matter sometimes, right? Yeah. Because once you get them in that mix where they're frustrated because you're grabbing them out of the air every time, you can mix them up and just do an air combo, get some meter back, and then just rinse and repeat that joint.
That's true. But his supers are actually pretty decent DHC wise. He's pretty good DHC wise, and his assist is actually really good. A lot of people sleep on it, like, oh, Super Dash throw. Guess what? Super Dash bait, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's also really easy to combo out of. Has decent blocks. I don't have the list on me right now. I should have pulled it up earlier, but it's too late now. But I have a list with all the blocks done. Piccolo's right around middle of the pack, or like just a little bit below, because Key Blast can't be too strong.
It can't be too strong, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Piccolo's son.
Oof.
Teen Gohan.
Oof. Oh boy.
Teen Go. All right.
I'll let you handle this one because this is your boy.
Now, first of all, I just want to get out of the way. He's still decent, but Bandai looked at my man and said, "You are too decent. We're gonna put you outside. You're gonna be doing squats." My man outside doing squats all goddamn day. First of all, let's start with his assist. His assist is decent. DP assist.
Sure, it's DP assist.
It's bad.
It's at least medium to good.
Yeah, it's bad and it's good at the same time. I'll put a little bit towards the bad side, even though actually a little bit towards the good side, because he does have the best DP assist in the game. Don't at me on that shit.
What's up, Theo? What's up, Theo? The godlike Uncle Vince. Is that one? I feel like the Brady Bunch, like we're people.
We're just gonna put a bunch of people up in this piece.
He's the other one, pointing some way.
still has one of the highest damage in the entire game and highest meter build in the entire game.
I actually played against a Team Gohan today.
Hey,
he still got the damage.
He still got the big dick DPS. His pressure is still, actually no, his pressure dropped.
Sure.
With the auto combo change, because he was mainly a conditioning character. You could do 5 LL and a key blast and a bomb, or the medium legs, and then just keep bouncing back and forth to what you want to do and baiting reflect the whole time. Yo, what's up, y'all? Chaz? But since they removed that, he has no mix. It's literally just if you do the auto combo, you're pretty much just fucked. Like you literally your pressure stops there. You can't do anything else afterwards. So his pressure did take it. He was one of the higher pressure characters in the game because before the change, but afterwards it's kind of trash.
Yeah.
DHC still really fucking good. As we all know, the damage is still there. He did take a little bit of a hit with the DHC change, because before he would in all of his combos with Dragon Rush into medium DP into level 1 into DHC into whatever. But since the DHC changes, they no longer get dragged down from the ground up into the air. They're now just put in a stationary spot. So medium DP into level 1 into a DHC no longer works. It's not as consistent as it used to be. So you either just have to take out the DP in general, or do a delay and then do the light DP and then do your level 1 to whatever DHC you want. So that's a very minor damage nerf. Honestly, it's not anything to get entirely worked up about. It's just something like, oh, he lost like, I don't know, like 100 or 200 damage off a character who could do 7k just by blinking his eyes.
Yeah, like once you face like a good Tohan player, he's still gonna put you in that work, you know.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I started playing online DBFZ about a year ago, I've never faced a good Team Gohan player. Straight up, they've all just been trash. Well, I gotta show him who's boss.
Show him the way.
Yeah. I say his normals are still, and his jumping light is very good. As we all know, Piccolo has a sword normal, jumping light, sword normal. Team Gohan has, as his son, he has a knife. His jumping JL is also really, really good. It's not a sword, it's just like a little switchblade. But overall, he's weaker than one. Here, let me actually move him up just a little bit. He's weaker in this patch than he was last patch, but you know, it be like that sometimes. We just gotta wait for the character changes to see what's popping. Okay, good Team Gohans are extremely rare. I never see a good Team Gohan, like, ever. All right.
Moving on, we have Vegeta,
the Prince,
the Prince of all Saiyan, or as I will now refer him as Mondo Cool.
Mondo Cool.
That is the greatest line of any anime series ever. But you have Vegeta. I mean, Vegeta's always going to be really good, right?
Facts.
Like, the one thing they did change about him way earlier was his assist. But his assist is still good. It still can catch people. Yes, you can super dash through it, but I mean, how many times are you going to really do that?
Super dash bait?
Yeah. So,
I see super dash bait, the first thing I see is super dash bait. Like, straight up super dash bait every single time.
Really? It really is though. Or it will catch you like the delayed strings goes into the assist, waits for you to know that that's the opening, but then he knows that you know it's the opening, so boom. Yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah, he's dangerous.
Here, I'm actually gonna put him right here. So pretty much for me, that's on par with Super Saiyan Goku.
Sure.
Because I kind of see them as like the same. You know, Goku is the Ryu, Vegeta is like the Ken. Like, Ken's very rushed out, Vegeta is the more rushed out of the Saiyans. Before we get to the granddad down here, but we'll talk about him later. You know, his assist still, it's a little bit. Hold on. Let me rephrase this. The only bad thing about Goku's assist, Super Saiyan Goku, the beam, is that it's hard to combo mid-screen. You can't combo from it mid-screen. Only very few people can, like Team Gohan. He can actually combo from that shit mid-screen. You can combo out of Vegeta's mid-screen, but the only flaw is that it is deflectable slash super dashable, which you can super dash bait with it, but a good player can just work him around that. His damage is not nearly as high as Super Saiyan Goku.
But I mean, it's still really good. He is still a very good anchor character.
It's very like I honestly put him as like the middle in the pack in terms of damage. If you want damage, you got to look at this guy. Look at Jeets. Look at Mondo Cool.
Mondo Cool.
You know, his DAC is actually one of the best in the game. Still, like his DAC is just all around solid. Level 1's good. Level 3 is good. I did his Oki from level 3, just a very basic safe jump. But overall, just like a very solid, just a solid character. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to get all up in arms with.
But speaking of somebody that we definitely should have a conversation about is Frieza. Now, Frieza, in my opinion, I don't. So with the nerfs that just came out, where the meter, you can't gain meter after you do a level 3, right? Like any level 3. He definitely got hit, maybe the hardest, and maybe the most.
He definitely got hit the hardest out of that shit.
I don't think that nerf was actually meant for him, but
no. So I can pretty much say what Bandai was thinking was, okay, snapbacks are a little bit too powerful. People are just building meter left and right, just keep looping this shit over and over again. So let's put like a little time frame where whenever you use a bar, you can't build meter. So they just kind of looked at everyone at the table. It's like, that's good. Like, okay, whatever, that's good. The one dude in the back, like, oh, wait a minute, nope, it's good.
Sure, I'm not in the
no. It's good. I can tell you that's probably exactly what happened.
Sir, I'm in my seat. All right, so moving on.
All right, so moving on. In my personal opinion, what they should have done was, if you use any move for first, it should have been like it used to be, any EX move that actually hits the opponent.
Yeah.
And then just make, or any meter move that actually hits the opponent, but then make subtle differences for certain characters. For example, like we're about to talk about 2 characters who shouldn't really get hit by that. Technically 3, but we'll get to 18 in just a second.
We'll get to her in a second.
But Frieza was definitely the biggest one hit. Golden Frieza was one of the best things. When Frieza went golden, he's one of the best characters in the game, despite the short time limit he had, and then he got fucked. But in golden form, he's actually very scary to deal. He gets the double air dash. His dash speed is incredibly quick. He can dash full screen in like a second, and his damage is just fucking it's through the goddamn roof.
It really is, except when he's trying to beat a bird, or except when he's trying to get in. But other than that, yes, it's still very good. He's still Frieza. He's as like normal as a weird character can get, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like his double hit on the ground is weird. His specials are weird. Like he's throwing up the ground.
Death Slash or Death Wave. Not to mention, a lot of people don't know that he actually only has one set of special moves, and that's literally just the Death Slash. Yeah. And he has 2 level 1s. He has 2 level 1s. A lot of people don't notice, but weird. Frieza has two different level 1s. I don't know the exact difference between the 2, but if you do 236 light and medium and 236 heavy and special, the angle which the ball falls is different than what the other one is. So it's not really a damage difference, more just like trajectory difference, and depending on what the combo you do, will decide on which one that you want to use. But his DAC synergy is actually pretty good. Since it does have that high angle that goes up then down, it's very hard to fuck up a DHC with that. But there's always some scrub mid-screen who fucks it up anyway. Yeah. So that's going to fuck up his support role just a little bit. His assist, it's weird. It's suspect. It's because mid-screen, it has a set distance that it will always do until you get to the corner where it's always directly in front.
I think it's a really good pressure tool, but I think it solidifies the fact that he's a really good on a point character on 1.2 anchor team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, he benefits from the fact that you have 2 good assists to follow him, and you just keep him on until he dies, and then you move on to your 2v3 or your 2v2 or your 2v1.
Yeah. It's also they made him a zoner in a non-zoning game, which is my biggest problem with him. Like, I've been zoned out a few times before, like, just spamming the key blast into Death Slash into his little ball attack, and I was like, this is annoying. So I just vanish, or I just super jump forward. And then next thing you know, I'm inside, and Frieza's kind of trash on the inside.
Yeah, he really is though. All you can do is just wait to if you forget that his low hits twice.
Yep.
And he'll go into like his standing medium.
The too sweet. My man, I hit with the too sweet.
Too sweet. The Gao special.
The Gao special. Not to mention, by the way, you can backdash out of his medium. It has the appearance of a very good button because it pushes him forward by quite a lot. But the startup is a little bit too hefty. Like I think I saw it, if they do like light medium or light medium, you can just backdash before the medium even hits, and you're just fucked.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, right?
But speaking of somebody that has a really good, up next we have Trunks.
Our boy, I've been playing Trunks a lot recently.
Trunks pretty good.
He's my homie right now.
Trunks is pretty good.
He's actually pretty good. He's one of the most well-rounded characters in the whole game. The best neutral in the game. Or
sure.
one of the best neutrals in the game. I'm not gonna say anything is the best. You
the best neutral for the quick characters, if you will. In my opinion.
Of all the of all the Saiyans, he has the best nooch.
Yes.
You know, he has a very good key blast that beats weak key blast. He has changed the future, which is enormous hitbox. I think it's out of the goddamn galaxy, and it beats weak key blast. He has a decent beam. If you go up against someone who likes to spam beam or full screen attacks, he can use this EX flip to punish that full screen.
Yep. He has his saber if you're caught blocking low at a long distance.
Yep. He has probably one of the top 5 2Hs and top 3 2Hs in the entire game. All his heavies are good. His standing medium's a little short, could be a little bit longer, but his 2M is really good. His jumping M is really good. His 5L is kind of whack. But you don't use 5L, you use his 2L instead because it's the exact same speed and it goes out further. His damage output is a little lackluster. It's along with his dad, very middle of the pack in terms of damage.
Also, his level 1 supers from sliding knockdowns are very hard to hit. You'll probably drop it one time at least.
Yeah, I drop it. I do drop it at least one time. I actually dropped it today.
Oof.
Like trying to go from the Shining Slash into level 1 is a lot harder than it appears. Another thing is that he can't easily get to his level 3.
Yeah.
Like there are some mid-screen setups for it, but they're either really hard to do or they require a specific team. He does get good Oki from his level 3, so there is that, and it does decent damage. But it's a very situational level 3 because you can't call it out whenever you want to, unless you want to spend 4 bars. I mean, realistically, you should only have to spend 3.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people don't know this. He can get a sliding knockdown from his auto combo no matter what. So let's say.
Oh yeah, because it finishes. Yeah.
So let's say you vanished, and then you do the auto combo. That's a sliding knockdown. He's I think he's the only character who can do that from their auto combo.
Huh.
From their auto combo. Most characters would either have to spend an EX bar or call in an assist, but he doesn't.
Like a special move.
Speaking of assist, his assist is really good. The block stun is extremely low, but the hitbox is huge. It's a little tough to combo with it in the corner, especially on smaller characters, because the hitbox gets a little wonky when you get super close to him. But overall, he's a solid character. His mix-ups can actually get really nasty if you give him the right assist, like Kid Buu or Gotenks. His left-right is fucking insane. Of course, no high-low, because no low hitting too well. But left-right is insane. The baits with the different types of flips are insane. He's just a solid character. Solid character. Yeah, solid character.
Like, his assist is literally maybe one of the best beams as well in the game. So of course,
we're on one of the best neutral assists in the entire game.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did someone say neutral?
Ooh.
I think
to my boy.
We got big boy. We got big boy with big boy normals.
All right, let me get to this guy. This is my guy.
Let's talk about 16.
This is the guy that and somebody else in the chat says he plays him as well. Lesson does. Theo the Sage does. This is the guy where I picked up the game once again, like from a long hiatus. Started playing the game. Lost my 2 leading characters. Was down to 16. It was a 1v3. And I beat them the day I came back to the game because this man is amazing. His neutral game is amazing. His specials are amazing because they can grab anywhere. His his blasts are actually really good. Highly highly suggest people start looking into those when they're doing block strings because it's way better than you might think they are. Uh, I mean, the only issues I have with this character is sometimes when his standing heavy, his 5H and his 2H does like interact with certain moves where
Yeah.
like it does have a bit of a startup. So if they're able to hit you before your armor frames kick in, then they'll get you, and then you'll be like, "What the heck was that?" But I mean, the character in my game is maybe one of the best. Like, I think he is the best grappler character in the game.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So he
That's
he
my guy.
he has in one of the other characters we'll talk about later, as they will always be top tier in this game as long
Sure.
as it's built around scrambles, and they still
Yeah.
have these big ass zones. Like he's one of the few characters in the game who can super dash, still be minus on block, but still press a button afterwards and be safe. Like straight,
Without sparking.
just because his JL is just such a huge range, very few people can punish it. He does a lot of people sleep on it. He does big dick damage. 16 does a lot of damage, especially if you give him 2 assists, bruh. That's like 6k right there. 6k, 1 super, 2 assists, 1 super, 6k. Easy from a 5L.
But yeah, I mean that he's still his assist is also very as well.
Yeah.
It does a lot of and maybe I'll show it in the video that will be coming out soon.
I would say
Where you can use it.
it is kind of a
go ahead.
shadow. It is kind of a shadow of his former self because the block
Sure.
the block son.
Like,
To be fair, that block son was a little bit OD. That block son was OD. It's
Sure.
still one of the best assists in the games for combos.
Yes.
So he definitely gets that. DAC synergy can be a little funky because command grab level 3
Sure.
that can whiff sometimes. Not
As
to
long as
mention,
you have somebody that puts them back down to the ground.
yeah, they'll put them down to the ground. Not to mention the self destruct. No other options. The Hail Mary. I remember my very first day of playing 16 online. I land a Hail Mary and I never played the character again.
It's my favorite character.
Literally.
My favorite move of all time. Favorite move of all time.
Instant 50k damage, entire bar of blue health, completely fucking worth it.
Too good.
But he'll always be one of the top, I want to say like 7 characters, as long as his normals are still fucking huge.
Yeah.
So
But moving along to continue the Android saga.
let's talk about his sister.
18.
His sister, Android 18. Now, she's still one of the best characters in the game, or at least I think, because Snap Mix is still there. She can solo Snap. Every character in the game can solo Snap. For those of you who don't, well, not every character. Most characters can. I'm pretty sure 16 can't. But most characters in the game can solo Snap. She has probably the easiest setup for it, and she
If
has one.
16 could solo snap, that would actually be good
That'd be-
because he has the air.
that shit would be OD.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on top of that, she has one of the most devastating snap mix in the entire game with 17. Just one of the devastating mix overall. The best level 3 in the entire game because she has a 25, 25, 25, 25 mix up. If you know how to do it, otherwise it's just a simple 50-50. Her assist is kind of booty cheeks.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely better than somebody else's on this list that has a very similar one.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
mean, you know,
it's good for defense. It's good for defense, but this is an offensive game, baby.
Yeah.
If you ain't pumping up big DPS, I don't want it.
But I mean, you can definitely use it for the baits, though. But
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying. It is it's very situational, just like the Krillin assist and just like the Frieza assist. It's a very situational, but in those situations, it's very good. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Her DAC is decent, which is why she stays around that side on the support axis.
sure, yeah.
But her in my eyes, her only main downfall is in fact her buttons. Her buttons are kind of lame. All around the board, they're kind of lame.
But I think most 18 players find a way to make it work though for them.
They kind of have to.
Yeah, they
kinda
kind of
have
have to. And I think like a character that we'll get to later, Majin Buu, because it's so weird, a lot of people aren't really used to it. Or like like the rhythm of like what they're throwing out, so they will get caught by it.
Yeah. She's also the second character in the game to have a standing low.
Yep. Yep,
No,
which are way faster.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Darth, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, Darth, I made you a mod. What do you mean?
Oh, Andrew, watch out.
I know, I see it. I see it. Calm down.
All right.
Calm down, Dad.
We'll deal with it later.
Don't worry, Darth. I'll mod you later.
Hold on, I think I could do it.
Yeah, if you can mod Darth, go ahead and mod Darth so you can stop complaining.
You said ban him?
Yeah, ban him. Alright. Enough about 18. She's still a very, very strong character. One of the best in the game. Moving on, Cell. Big Dick Cell. Formerly the best character in the game. Formerly the best character in the game. From like almost like season 1, like halfway through season 1, best character in the game. But shadow of his former self. His damage still there. Neutral still there. Actually, no, his neutral went down a little bit because, you know, his jab, which was already a very short range, is now a 7 frame instead of a 6 frame. But he does have a pretty long range, low hitting 2L. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. You can go ahead and ban Darth. Fuck him. He's a Cell main.
It's already in the process.
I would say he probably got hurt by the double super nerfs a little bit, because a lot of his teams were based off of being able to do the double super.
Yeah, but he still has the corner pressure. He still has the vanish stuff. Like he's still A-okay. Yeah, you know, he's still A-okay.
His assist is decent. It's just a very weird angle that it's at. It's hard to convert sometimes. Like I saw my homie, he tried to pick up Cell a while ago, and there'll be times where if you hit at certain times, they would just pop him right back up for an easier combo. Other times they would get caught up in the beam, they'll send them flying on cross screen. So it's a little finicky to work with, but it's decent. But I would probably just put Cell where it is. His pressure's okay, his mix is okay. It got a little bit worse due to guard cancel, because before he would have free 50-50s all day with Kid Buu or Gotenks assist, and it was much easier to do than most other characters in the game. Mm-hmm. But he's still actually, no, I'll probably go bump him down a little bit, to be honest. He's right around mid tier, or like mid high tier.
Weird. Yeah, this is definitely weird. Like it's a Kamehameha, but it's like an angle.
Okay, look,
it's like the same reason why I don't like Jada Blue's assist.
Yeah, let's put it like from this line up will be top tier. This area would be like high mid
tier.
This is mid, low, and then Lamau. We're gonna call this Lamau tier.
Oh, we'll get to that one.
we're gonna get to the Lamau tier. Speaking of Lamau, Fat Buu. My opinion.
He's so good.
My opinion. The scariest character to block in the entire game.
He's so good.
He
has a button where it goes to overhead and then immediately down to him. Like this character is fucking nuts.
He's one of the few characters in the game who doesn't need Kid Buu or Gotenks or even Yamcha for that matter to get a 50-50, a legit 50-50. I mind you.
By himself.
Yeah, he can. One thing he needs to do is be able to set up a fat throw. If he can set up a fat throw, boom, 50-50. You just gotta hold that L.
Yep.
His damage is low. His assist is so you're gonna have to do multi. It's a good thing his mix is so high because he ain't pumping out the big dick DPS. My man is doing like three. He's doing like 4K tops.
But if you think about it, if he was doing the big dick stuff,
that'd be crazy. I would honestly put him within like top 3 characters.
Because he needs 3 good guesses, or he needs 3 good like missed guesses from you in order to kill you.
Yeah.
Any less than that would be broken. But I mean, he's so good. He's so good. His assist is super weird.
Yeah,
he kind of does it sometimes, but it's like
like his assist is okay. A lot of people's like, oh yeah, it's really good. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's okay. His AC synergy is really good though.
I'll put it to you like this, right? For characters that have assist, that is one of their buttons, and if the people playing that character usually don't press those buttons when they're playing that character up in front, then it maybe is not the greatest assist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for example, 18, right? Nobody really uses her
Here.
ball all the time, right? That's like a
Yeah.
specific setup in the corner that you have for her. So that's why it's not that great of an assist. Majibu with his puff of smoke, you don't really use that in a new game or anything like that. That's why it's not really good assist, you know?
Alright. Let's move on to my homeboy.
Oof.
My homeboy.
Luco.
Goku Blue. Goku Azul. Goku Azul.
There's a lot of disrespect going around for this character.
There is a lot of first of all, there's a lot of disrespect going out for both blues, and I'm not standing for it. I ain't standing for it.
I'll stand for one of them being different. I won't stand for this.
I'm not standing for either of them because I fought against good blues, both Goku and Vegeta.
I think you just played against really good characters that happen to be wearing ankle weights playing Vegeta Blue. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I do think that Goku Blue is very, very good.
Yeah, his mix, he has one of the strongest mix in the entire game. Absolutely. Some of it's reactable, but that's kind of the point that it is reactable because he's not a 50-50 character like some would think. Like it's like when you hear mix, you think of, at least in this game, you think of 50-50s. He's not a mix in terms of 50-50. He's a mix in terms of conditioning. Yeah, like he's all around conditioning. It's like, oh, am I gonna go left? Am I going right? I went left last time. I could go left again, or I can mix up and go right. Mm-hmm. Like,
okay. He did the staggered low 4 times now. Block string. I'm waiting for it to punish him. No, going up.
Yep. Like, or like, oh, what's that? I went high. I could go low 4 times. I can go high, or say fuck it, and just grab you.
Yep. And
either way, this is one thing I love the most. Either way, that's the easy 4 to 5k damage. His damage is insane. He's one of the highest damage characters in the game due to the fact of his dive kick. It's very easy to combos assist with that dive kick, and he has the level 5, as we know. Level 5s and level 3s got buffed in the most recent patch. Level 3 damage went up, so that only did wonders for him.
Makes me wonder if there's going to be a character coming out soon with.
Probably not. I'm gonna call it right now. He's not gonna he will not get a level 5. I'm calling.
You don't think Gogeta's gonna get a level 5?
I do not think he's gonna get a level 5. Because he hasn't. It's because he hasn't done anything that would give him a level 5. Like all the characters who do,
that movie was like I saw like 2 level 5s in that movie.
It's like all the characters who do. You've seen them do it in the manga or the show, like the Kaioken times 10 into the Super Dragon Fist. We saw that for instance. Father Son, legendary. The final flash into the punch against the robot dude. We saw that.
I don't know, man.
Vegeta ain't really doing shit out here.
I kind of saw level 5 in that movie. We'll see.
Yeah. His DC is good. You know, sliding knocked on his level 1. It got better for his level 3. His assist is a little bit awkward to use. I won't say it's hard to use. It's just awkward. You get the free sliding knockdown anywhere you want. You can come out of it mid screen and corner. It takes a little bit of a setup to do so, but it's just hard. But the block stun on his assist is really, really good. It's like it's 29 frames.
I think there's definitely an optimal distance. You always want to be away from the person before you assist it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
because of that angle, it is an aggressive angle, but it's really weird.
You gotta be up in there.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Vegeta Blue. People be disrespecting this man too goddamn much, much.
This guy is. I think this is our first character that we're probably gonna disagree.
Yep.
Maybe the first and only. I think we're like pretty.
I think we're pretty equal on everybody else.
I think there's one more character.
No. I would say there's one more character we're gonna have like a debate on.
Okay, that's fine. But this character, I do not think.
Vegeta Blue is good. People be sleeping on him. This character is OD. One of the best out of all 3 Vegetas. He easily has the best mix. Well, not easily. He does have the best mix, even better than base Vegeta.
But they all have the same normals anyway.
So it's not about the normals.
It's about the normals and the specials, but I think his.
You said you don't like the kicks of any Vegeta.
I just don't see it.
It's alright. You haven't went up against a god tier blue Vegeta yet. Blue Vegeta damage good. He is the king of safe jumps. The safe jump king. No one can at me on that. He can get a safe jump from just about any setup anywhere on the screen. he has 50/50s with his Rekkas. You could do light, medium, light, medium, or just do the light. Now, high, low, dragon rush. If you really want to go for it, you can cross up. You can cross up with it too. Don't you be giving that cheap ass smile, that cheap ass smirk. I see you. You can't see me, but I can see you.
I make the argument that he should be brought under the text of bad support. Like where he is on the X axis, I'm okay with. Like his assist isn't the worst, but it for sure ain't normal. I would just say bring him downwards on the Y-axis.
You see, I
don't think he's like top mid tier. I just don't see it.
So I personally can't bring it up because I've seen what this character can do, and it's some serious fuck shit. He has he has the easiest safe jump / 50/50 from a level 3 in the entire game. And like we all know, 21 good Oki, 18 good Oki. Legit, his level. He's the only level 5 character who gets Oki from his level 5. The only one.
I think he's just a bad character that a lot of great people play. Because when you play against a bad character that's playing Vegito Blue, it is very, very clear that that character does not have a lot of tools. I think you have to be very clever when you're playing him. And if that's the case, then that's the same thing with Krillin. That's the same thing that we can argue with Nappa. It's just not a good character. It's just people that are good play him, so they figure out how to work around. And that's why you think he's good.
I mean, that's the case with every character.
But I think there are inherently some characters in games like Cell, old school Goku Black, 21, Kid Buu, Adult Gohan, where they're so good that a bad character can still get really can just get combos off of them just because of the nature of how they play.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. We're just gonna have. They only also he's one of the few characters who kept his double super because we know he can cancel the Niagara Pummel.
Sure.
The only thing I don't like about him is that he gets great Oki from his dunks, but they're just hard to set up. Like what?
They're hard to hit. That's never changed.
You pretty much either need to spend meter or spend a assist for dunk Oki. Pretty much that's what it is.
In my opinion, that is literally a waste of in the way that I view it. The fact that it's that one of his specials where it can set up for some really good stuff, you either have to waste meter on it and or an assist. I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it.
It's alright. You'll see the light one day.
I doubt it. But
moving on. I'm gonna say it right now, outright. I call him the best character in the entire game.
Yamcha.
Really? Yamcha. I'm calling him the best character in the entire game.
Whoa!
Straight up. I'm calling him numero uno. Numero uno.
What?
I'm calling it. I don't care. Don't at me on that. He got even stronger with this most recent patch. Because first of all, his damage has always been mediocre. His damage has been mediocre. Sure. But in the right hands, that shit can be fucking wild. Like I saw my homie play Yamcha. That shit was fucking crazy.
Okay.
He has incredibly good mix, both solo and even better with assist.
Sure.
He kept level 1 into level 3. One of technically 3 characters who can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, technically 4, but we'll get more on those people later.
Sure.
Assist, best in the game. Nothing can change my opinion on that. Good is fast startup, lockdown, easy to combo after.
Completely agree.
The character just fucking buck wild. His neutral is actually pretty good too. He's easy to DAC into because the balls will automatically track. Man's just he's numero uno.
Everything you said, I think I 100% agree on. I'm just gonna say this: his Kamehameha has a slow start, which can be a problem, especially when you're doing Kamehameha like trying to end the neutral game, right? and they happen to have a faster one, you do it at the same time. That can mess with you. I am a fan of his standing heavy.
Mm-hmm. His standing heavy is pretty good.
His 2H is good, however, it giveth and it also taketh away.
Yeah, you have to know how to cancel it proper, because there's a way. I forgot which one, because it hits twice.
Sure.
I think it might be the second hit. If they block the second hit, you can cancel it into his dive kick and still be plus on block.
Okay, I didn't know that. But
once I saw that, I was like, this character's fucking nuts. Not to mention his JL is one of the best in the game. But one of the best fuzzy buttons in the game.
Yeah. And it's really good when it comes to like combo building.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh. The character is just also he's one of the few characters who can punish a beam from full screen with a Kara EX Wolfang. Just do like a baby micro dash EX Wolfang, boom, in your face. What are you gonna do about it? Not a goddamn thing.
Interesting. All right, well, I'll defer to you on this one. I don't necessarily, because you brought up really good arguments. I think his normal is also really good too.
Oh yeah, his normal. The only normal I don't like is his standing light. Well, it's like a double-edged sword, because it's good and bad. It's good because of the range, and it's also good because if let's say you're mashing in the corner, right, and like you press it, it pushes him out of the corner just a little bit. So if someone tries to go for like an instant air dash, they'll unknowingly cross up. You can punish them for that if they're not waiting for it.
Also, it's if you're not pressing the back or 4L, it's gonna go into his auto combo, which is actually really good. His light auto, when it's being blocked, is actually
I've legit seen people, they do the Yamcha auto combo and then they tag out, and then they're still plus on block because they're still caught up in the Yamcha block string from the last hit of his auto combo. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! This is bullshit. This character is bullshit. You can't change me. Can't change my opinion on that.
Yeah. His level 1 into level 3, like this, was real good.
Fuck it. I hate this character. I hate him so much. I hate fighting him. I hate seeing. I hate talking about him. Let's talk about the other human, the last human in the game. The last
second to last.
Oh, second to last. TM. The original support character in the game. The OG support.
As a TM player, as a TM main, and you also play TM.
I did used to play TN a little bit.
I think he's actually still very good. Like, obviously, his special being his level 3 into potentially level 7 is still one of the best in the game. His Child 2 sacrifice is still insanely good, especially when it's raw. Both of them, when they're raw, forget about it. Forget about it. He has the potential, almost like no other character, to easily KOD you off of very little meter, just because of how well he can build meter. That character is always going to be solid.
Let's be sure. A lot of people say like, "Oh man, this character's dead after the double level ones." I will admit I did see less of him, but overall he's still the same.
Yeah, that was cheese. That was cheese is what they were doing.
Yeah, it's like literally he just went from a shotgun to a sawed-off shotgun. Yeah. That's literally the only difference.
Yeah.
He still has one of the best assists in the entire game.
His assist is very good. In fact, in the video that will be this as an example as to what you can do for the advanced Discord tech. But we'll get
the advanced Discord tech. Yeah, my only real issue with him, because I will admit, once he lost his double super, I did stop playing him, because I'm not like you. I know a lot of people enjoy playing him for real. So I personally did not enjoy playing him a whole lot. He was fun, but that's only because I like doing big dick damage. That was easy big dick damage. Yeah. But real talk, he's still pretty much the exact same character. The only thing I didn't like about him was that his normals were a little stubby, except for his medium. His standing medium and standing heavy are good. Yeah. But it's like the rest of his mediums, which is a little bit too stubby for me. His jabs are good.
Yes.
His jabs are really good. His light jabs are really good. But other than that,
his auto combo is also last one. Where he's just like
to be poking you in the eyes. DJ Tien Shinhan. The air JL.
Just one last closing. I hate you so much. The one last closing thing I will say to you before is the fact that the TM player can get caught up sometimes as to when to use his specials, and then you will mix up yourself, and then that will mess you up as well. Because sometimes when you're using his specials, you need to have an assist or something.
Yo, what's up, Gargo?
Gargo, what's up? You need to have an assist on the ready to make it safe sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But that's just me. He's still a very good character. His neutral game is still very good, as you said.
He's still one of the best support. Like, if you want to build a team around 1 point and you want to keep it really simple with your shell, pick one of these 3 characters. Just if you want to get a little bit more difficult, you can include Yamcha. But if you want to keep it super simple, pick one of these 3. They're all easy to play.
I don't think Yamcha's that hard to play, actually. If I'm being,
you're right. Let's include Yamcha. Yeah. You're right.
Because his normals are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And, like, they're slow enough, but have like a good enough block stun and hit stun where you can react to them.
Yeah, I admit, I just got a little biased. Cause I seen a lot of advanced Yamcha stuff, and I was like, oh, he's probably too hard. But I was like, all 3 of these characters also have advanced stuff that's too hard.
Yeah.
So just include any one of these 4.
I think Yamcha's maybe hardest one is his doing his fuzzy hits in the air with his jump lights to continue the string and when to stop it, and to go into his Wolverine claw.
Yeah, there's also the Wolverine claw. I think it's the Gale Fist or something like that. You do like Gale Fist and the dive kick. Oh no, it's something in the dive kick and the Gale Fist and the vanish and it's a fucking whatever.
Yeah,
but let's move on to the person who killed Yamcha. Nappa. I'm alright. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to say about this character. I'm not gonna front.
Okay, from the characters that we have on the board, I will say this: he should be on the support side where Frieza is. Exactly where Frieza is. He should be exactly where.
Okay. It's like right here.
Yeah,
I say because I do know his assist is really good and his DAC is pretty good as well.
Yes. I mean, he's. Okay, there are a few characters out here where you have to be in love with the character in order for you to succeed because of how different they play from everybody else. Right. That's Nappa, Majin Buu, Hit, and I can't really think of anybody else. It's really just those 3, right? They play in Broly, but not really. But because Broly is just more forgiving about how stupid his stuff is. But we'll get to that later. Yeah. Matter of fact, that entire line, we're going to have a very long conversation about all 3 of those characters. Bardock, Zamatsu, and Broly.
Man.
But Nappa is like one of those characters where, like, if you love that character and love the way he plays and how ignorant and disrespectful he is, like, think about it. His standing light is low. His standing medium is also low, too, right?
Yep.
Like
both these mediums are lows. Let's say his buttons are good. Honestly, my only issue with this character, first of all, he does a lot of damage. I'm going to talk about damage a lot here.
Sure.
My legit only real issue with Nappa is that he's a setup character in a mix-up game.
Yeah.
Now that's literally because Cybermen setup, so they call Cyber setup, but I never hear a Cyber mix. I only hear Cyber setup. And setups in a mix-up based game is just not going to be fast, especially with characters who can punish things incredibly quickly. So if you're late on your planting time, you're going to get punished because there's a lot of gap closers in this game. So that's literally my only beef with the character. If he was more mix-up based instead of setup based, I would probably put him in like mid tier.
Yeah,
but
the
most bootleg character in this game.
He's as basic and middle of the road as it gets, because that's exactly what he is. So, Captain Ginyu, in my opinion, his specials are average. His specials are average, except for, of course, the Ginyu Force, which, if you use it correctly, can be deadly, but...
That's true. That was really hard to get started.
His support, average.
I was like, yeah, his DAC is okay. His assist is decent.
Sure.
But... That's the one. We don't play Ginyu for the assist. You play Ginyu for the Goon Squad.
Yeah.
The Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad is good.
The Goon Squad is OD.
I think he should still be like right in the middle when it comes to support thing, because it's just a shoulder attack.
Yeah.
And that's just only as good as you use it.
Yeah,
so.
It's just basic. There's nothing special you can do from it. It's just there.
Yeah. There's really nothing special about this character, because there's not supposed to be anything special. character
It's,
because of what his level
honestly,
two-
it's the fucking Goon Squad that's annoying. Not
It
Ginyu
really-
himself, it's the Goon Squad.
It really, excuse me, it really is. But moving on, we have Gotenks,
Gotenks.
which, if I remember in the chat, I think Theo the Sage
Yeah, he does. He in
Yeah,
fact plays
he is-
Gotenks.
was playing Gotenks. So, yeah, I don't disagree with that placement. He is definitely one of the top 5, top 4 characters.
I put him in top 3 actually. I would consider actually top 4. Never mind, top 4.
I think he's top 4 for sure. His ability to stop the super dash at any given moment with his specials is insane.
Yeah,
Whether it be his punch or his spinning kick.
EX Beyblade is stupid.
Yep.
He's one of the few characters who being on plus on block. Not many characters can be plus on block in this game.
Nope.
The EX Beyblade high-low 50-50 mix is stupid. The auto combo 50-50 mix is stupid. Which, by the way, is the only reason Team Gohan got his 5LO nerf is so he wouldn't have auto combo mix that was similar to Gotenks. So you would think like, oh, they just don't want auto combo mix, so they removed it from Team Gohan. But Gotenks still has it.
Yep.
Anyway, that's just me being salty. But
The only two things that I could say that could go against him was, of course, he got hit with the builder,
the meter.
the meter stuff, with his Ghost Oki.
Mhm.
But even without that, he's still really good.
Yeah.
And the only other thing you could probably get on is his 2-8.
Yeah, I say his neutral is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. Is 2M's good. His heavy is decent. His lights are kind of eh.
I think it's the best stubby character neutral.
Yeah, out of all the stubby characters, he definitely has the best neutral. He also has one of the best mix-ups on a snap-in due to his medium Beyblade setup. He lost his level 3 Oki a while ago. Thank God, that shit was stupid. But he's still an incredibly good character. Top 4. I mean, you can make the argument for second best. I just put Yamcha as number 1 in my personal opinion. All the other ones you can fucking fight me over. I don't care.
You know, the more we're going through the list, the more I think I disagree with you. I think there's one tier I can make an argument for that's better than, but we'll get to that.
But
Moving on.
yeah, adult Gohan, Grohan, as they say. I would also consider him to be top 4, if not top 5.
Yeah, still really good. He has a DP, which I think has a different type of startup than
No,
Team Gohan, right? Or is it the same?
They're all DPs assist at the same start. The only difference is like the angle and hitbox. Adult Gohan is more of like an actual DP, where he pretty much just goes straight up, while Team Gohan goes forward. So it's better. It's better for combos,
Yep,
and a little bit better for neutral, I guess, since he goes forward. But Adult Gohan, big dick damage, good neutral on the good neutral on the ground. Keep that in mind. On the ground, in the air,
But he's still very oppressive. You just had to really adjust the way that you use his block strings, or just make a new block string.
Yeah,
and
because
he's still very, very oppressive.
Pretty much because you can no longer do 5H into 2H. That's gone. You have to do 2M into 2H. But his legs are really good. The only air neutral he has is his medium. His jumping light is decent.
Sure.
It's not really. It looks like a fuzzy button, but it's not much of a fuzzy button because
it's good. It's good. Like, I caught you.
Yeah, because the hitbox goes more towards his shoulder instead of like his fist. So it's pretty decent from air to air. His damage is high. His neutral on the ground is good. His pressure is good. Mix-up's okay, but he's still definitely one of the top characters in the entire game.
Yeah, he's still gonna be very good.
You can put him in like the only reason he's over here is because his DP assist is kind of whack.
Yeah,
but his DAC is okay.
It's a DP assist. Like, it's either gonna bless your life or not gonna bless your life.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on. Speaking of assist,
this man or this kid has been nerfed in every single patch to date,
and it's still
he's
very
still
good.
one of the top characters in the game.
That's actually insane. I remember when this character came out, I was like, there's a lot of things with this character that just doesn't seem like it's supposed to be intentional. Like his air ball thing where it can mix you up. It's like, that doesn't seem like that should do that. They were like, yeah, that's not supposed to do that. No.
yeah.
They looked at super plus on block after he does that. That doesn't seem like it's supposed to do that. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't supposed to do
You're
that.
right.
It's immediately, like, not immediately nerfed, but like they eventually nerfed it too. Like, but this character is still insane though.
Yeah. Pretty much the way you have to change him up now, unless you have an assist that can allow you to do the arm ball in the middle of a block string. You pretty much just have to resort to staggers. And luckily, his staggers are really good due to his the range of his down mediums, all three of his mediums. Good Oki with his with all of his balls, giggity. Good damage. Good damage with assists. His solo damage is kind of, but with assists, he actually does pretty decent damage with Oki to boot. Not to mention, assist is the best in the game for lockdown. Goten's assist is also really good for lockdown, but that's reflectable because it's 2 hits in it. But Kid Boo's is just straight a whole second of having to block and having to guess what's coming next.
Oh, and you gonna be guessing.
You gonna be guessing. He lost a little bit of utility due to the double super nerf.
Sure.
But really, it just changed. Like, there's no reason to use the human extinction beam. You pretty much just always go Pearl Flash, which is more damage anyway. I mind you. So he's still really good. Top 4 characters in my opinion.
Yeah,
or top 5. Top 5.
Yeah.
Beerus. He's actually a character. He's a character in the game now. I just wanna point that out.
Yes, he is. So correct me if I'm wrong.
The god of nothing. Damn, you're not just.
Dang. Wow, savage. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was his like his thing where like he shoots out all like the balls from him?
That's his
was
DP.
Was that always invincible?
Yeah, that was his DP. Okay. The issue was that one is Ki Blast.
Sure.
So you could super dash through it, and 2, the angle at which the Ki Blast fly out. If you were too close to him and you were a small character, you could crouch and just block and just not get hit by any of the Ki Blasts.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's technically still there. But he's a real character now since they gave him a hit of armor on his DP now. So if you try to super dash through it, you'll get hit. First of all, his mix is really fucking good. His mix is OD. People be sleeping on it a little bit. Actually, I'll tell you that. His mix is okay. His pressure is good. His pressure is good. Yeah. His level 3 does a shit ton of damage. One of the highest damage in the game. And his Oki's really good too.
He has an install mix up when it comes to or his cross up when it comes to his light auto combo. You're not safe blocking standing at any point in the screen whatsoever because you can slide in the DMs real quick.
Slide in the DMs. The only that's what it's like. I love that button, but I hate it at the same time. It's good because it's full screen, but at the same time, if you know he's gonna do it, you can catch him before. This can literally be changed by just adding the active hitbox of it as he starts the tool, but it does become active until he gets close to you. So you can literally hit him before the active box even comes out. Yeah, he is one of those point characters.
He definitely is, yeah.
Along, I would say, 18, Goku Blue, Teen Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta Blue, Nappa, where they're one of those point characters. Like, if you really want to play on point, you gotta build a team around them.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna have to, because otherwise you're gonna be lackluster.
Once you do build that team around him, you're definitely gonna the benefits very quickly because you're going to realize how fun that character is. And he's like one of those, he's not as specialist as like Nappa and Majin Buu are, but he's kind of almost there. But yeah, he's fun. He has a level 2 super, which does an insane amount of damage. His level 3 does a lot of damage.
All of his supers do a lot of damage. He has good snap mix with his balls. Like whichever one where he summons like 6 balls all around him. That's really, really good Oki right there. The balls in general are actually really good. You just have to learn them, have to use them properly.
Yeah.
So you're sold to one of those top tiers. That's pretty much what it is. So like 18 Goku Blue, Vegeta Blue, like you could pick any one of these other characters, and then you're gonna have to sell your soul to one of these guys.
Yep.
In order to make it work.
Yeah. Speaking of a specialist character,
the most gorilla character in the game, I
So-
hate fighting this character the most out of anybody in the game. I cannot stand fighting this character. He's a load of bullshit, but at the same time I love him because he does a shit ton of damage.
I think one of the interesting things about Hit is I don't remember him being changed much throughout the patches. Yet people fluctuated playing him like back and forth.
So pretty much he has the same issue with Goku Black, where they never got it. Well, Black until recently, they never got like intentionally nerfed or buffed in any way. It was really just so people figured out how to fight against them. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Right, like
he's still bullshit.
He has no lows or like no like.
Yeah, it's like his low is really slow.
Yeah,
like
and
for
also
those
just
of you,
watch out for the floor.
Yeah, for those of you who've seen how slow Goku Blue's overhead is from the third hit of his auto combo, like he brings his leg up like all the way up and all the way down.
Yeah,
that's one frame faster than Hit's only low. So if you can react to this, you can react to that.
Yeah,
but his damage is fucking insane.
Yeah, once again, he's a specialist character. So when you play against somebody that plays only him and it's put him in the lab around and a team that is built around him, you're gonna have a very rough time because his 5M is pretty much the lariat from across screen. It's pretty much a lariat. Like you can catch anybody off guard with that.
Yeah,
he wanted to.
That's true. Like. It's like Hit did see a fluctuation in play because as you saw the game progress over the years, but now how like the meta has shifted from like high-low to 50-50s, and now it's just more like neutral based. I do think he actually got a little bit better because him and Jiren are the only defense characters in the game.
Excuse me.
Like if you think they're the only one who have counters, and that's when his counter is actually hype as fuck. But you know, I do love Hit. He's very fun to watch. His assist is decent. It's a decent assist. He can do his level 1 from anywhere on the screen. He's kind of just like a regular mid-tier character. In all honesty, I'll put him just like right there. I can't really think of where else to put Hit.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
his time skip is unbeatable.
He's definitely better than the Nappa specialist, like based solely on what the character can offer. But he's not as good as the mix-up king that Majin Buu is.
Yeah,
when it comes to those, he's just kind of like, if you go against a good Hit, you're gonna feel that technical work.
Yeah, because like, honestly, all of like the bad hits, they just go for like the cheesy left-right mix. But all the good hits I see, they don't care about that shit. They'll just sit full screen, play very defensively. They'll catch you slipping, and then they reset you with like the left-right mix a few times, and then you're dead. That's how a good hit plays.
And if they played enough, they know when you're gonna mess too.
That's true. That's a very underrated buff.
A good Hit player should definitely be somebody that adjusts well in the match. Because if you adjust well and you play Hit, you're gonna find all of their follies. You're gonna find out when to do your 5M. You're gonna figure out when to do all your good stuff.
They're the ultimate analysts. I respect hit players a lot.
I do too. Right. There's very little cheese. Speaking of characters I respect,
Goku Negro. Goku Negro.
Goku Negros. I don't. Man, talk about a fall from grace, man. This character used to be literally top 2.
I remember people used to talk about him a lot. They put him like, I remember back then, like the first days, he was like all the way up here and whatnot. And then people
barely hitting mid tier now.
And then people start to figure out you can slowly just want to go from up here like, douche, like all the way down here.
He is just not great right now. And the reason why is he's an example of a character that the game has left behind just because of not only its meta, but how the system works now and how like other characters are interacting with each other. He just doesn't work anymore. Like his kit is just so old school in a game that's not that old. It's kind of insane, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like going against like a Ryu character. You probably know what the Ryu character is going to do because they only do like 1 or 2 things in neutral game. This is the same thing with this, but it's so sad because the game hasn't been out long enough.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where like all of his mixed up tools are good on paper. Like the full screen command grab, that's it's good. The multiple range instant transmission, it's good. But then you realize that all of his pixel tools are really even more reactable than like Goku Blues.
They're really, really reactable, especially the grab. Like, it's like, oh, that Kamehameha took more than 1 second. I should probably jump. Like,
yeah. Or the fact you just see Zamasu just appear behind you, like, oh, I'm gonna jump. Like, I guess.
His vanishes. We're gonna talk about one other character near the end. Where it comes to their movement specials, like that they have built in. His vanishes are not that great. Now,
no, they're not.
When it comes to movement specials, we didn't really touch on with Goku Blue. But his movement special, Goku Blue's movement specials, in my opinion, are actually very good. Like his banish stuff, I think that's pretty decent. Like, it's a genuine mix-up, and he's, I don't think he's plus on block, but he's like not super negative on block, and especially if he hits you in the air, he has some room to react to you, like if you want to start the offense or take your turn.
Yeah. One of the only he also got nerfed in the most recent patch to the backdash buff, because one of the only things he had level 3 wise was that he would medium or light transmission, and you can backdash out of that now. So like, I guess I just gotta hold that. The one thing he does have one of the best neutrals in the game.
Sure.
His
still has 2H of the
gods, one of the best 2Hs of the game, one of the best auto combos in the game. His beam is still good. He has a longer recovery time than Goku. So keep that in mind, people, for whiff punishes or wish punishes, if you so call them. And his dive kicks. His dive kicks are actually really good.
Yeah,
that's just about all he has.
Yeah, everything else is super reactable.
Yeah,
and not
or just meh, or just meh. You know, I do respect Goku Black players because they've been through a lot. You know, they went through being called the best character to being like one of the worst characters. You're like, we're not one of the worst, but just like a hefty fall from grace.
I'll put it to you like this: he's right above that has a poor kit.
Play Goku Black like a fraud. Hell yeah! You want to say play Goku Black like a fraud?
But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of people that are loyalists to the character,
21,
the waifu herself,
the waifu of the game.
She's really.
I'm not gonna. I like 21.
She's really good.
I'm not that big of a fan of playing her. She is fun because of the damage, but I like mix-ups and conditioning. She's not really mix-up or conditioning based. She's just pure neutral and damage based.
Nope. She has a speed that's really fast when she grabs you.
She's really fucking good at both.
Her
level 3 Oki is top 2 in the game, along with 18. Both in corner and out of corner from the beam and from her air level 3, which is one of the best animations in the game. I add you.
Yep.
Her neutral still really fucking good. Her assist is actually pretty good. The speed of the assist can be a little bit awkward to get used to, but it's really good for combos.
Here's the huge big ups to her on this path.
Oh yeah.
She now gets sliding
knocked down
off the air. That's huge.
Yes.
That is huge. That made the character way easier to play, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. That's the reason I picked her back up. I said I played her a while ago before, and I just wasn't feeling it. But then I went back to her again. It's like, this is so much easier. Because little did you know, she has really good Oki off of a sliding knockdown from anywhere on the screen. And then, see, you couldn't find that out before because you couldn't fucking know, but she does. So who knew?
Who knew? I didn't.
Good damage, good neutral, good but awkward neutral. It can be a bit awkward until say her neutral can depend on who she's fighting. Like her beam is good, her solar flare is good, the teleport is decent, but that all depends on who you're fighting. Yeah. So it's like if I want a beam, but they don't have any Gokus or anyone from like the Turtle School, you just gotta hold that. No beam for you.
And that is weird. That definitely is like weird. Like sometimes it's a wasted move, sometimes it's and I'm not a big fan, as I pointed out for some characters that are already on this list, of wasted specials, because I think that it's like it might as well not be there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, for sometimes, but it's it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely not the worst. I think Vegeta Blue's wasted special is maybe like my least favorite. 21's good. I don't think anybody would disagree with that.
Yeah. Speaking of specials, I would argue the best special in the entire game.
Yeah.
Bardock and his Lariat. The Lariat Express.
So, as everybody knows, a diss track came out called Season 2 Patch. Essentially roasting the ever-living shit out of Bardock. He is still so good, but he's not as good as he used to be, especially when it comes to finishing his combo. Yeah. His Lariat is still good, whatever the fuck they want to call it. His pressure game is still good. His
mix-ups are decent.
His block strengths are still good. His mix-ups are really good. If you got a good assist with him, he will be very good.
The only thing, let's be honest, the only thing he doesn't have is full screen neutral and level 3 and level 3 Oki, which they had to nerf twice.
Yeah. But goddamn it, if it wasn't for his light auto combo, my god, he.
Okay, let's just have a brief moment of silence for my main man Bombabon, who literally had his dreams ripped from his hands by the Bardock auto combo. Let's just have a brief moment of silence. Let's hope.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Honestly, I do respect high-level Bardock players. Like, real talk. Like, I've seen some shit he can do. It's pretty insane. Damage-wise, mix-up-wise, Oki, snap-in. He's one of those characters who's very simple on the surface. He's pretty much like what the basics character should be. You know, so almost like how Ryu should be in some other Street Fighter games, where like he's really basic, really easy to learn, but as the more you dive into it, he can do a lot of stuff, just like a lot of nasty things.
He's a Kuma.
He's a Kuma. He's
a Kuma. That's exactly what. Yep, he's a Kuma.
He's
Ryu, just with better neutral.
He's basic he's basic on like the front, but the deeper you dive, like this man got a lot of shit to him. Yeah. Like the amount of. The fact is, it's all easy. Like, you can super dash, back jump, and then do the medium layer that dives him into the ground, just catch so someone's slipping, or call in an assist to make it positive, and you could just continue pressure. Like, I mean, I guess I'll just take that.
I think one of the deadliest duos in this game is 1000% Bardock with regular Vegeta, or Gold Vegeta.
Yeah, that's a devastating mix. Speaking of gold, Big Boy Broly. Tallest character in the game. He's a weird. He's a scary character. I will definitely give that. He's one of the scariest characters to block in the corner. Mm-hmm. It's funny because he literally only has 2 options, but it's a 50-50 that's fairly hard to react to. And sometimes, if you guess right, if you take the wrong punish, you still guess wrong.
Yep.
Because they're like, oh, command grab. I'm a punch him. He has armor. You're holding the command grab anyway.
He 2H. I'm gonna beat him out. He has armor.
That was the one time when I was like, this character is actually OD. Because I was fighting my homie Dell, who loves Broly. He's a huge Broly fan, and I baited out a 2H successfully, and I punched him. Only thing I saw was a red flash, then the 2H animation. I was like, I just got 2H, didn't I?
Yep.
I got fucking armored right through it.
And it's weird, right? Because his armor goes through like lows. It's so bizarre.
It goes through everything.
It's so weird.
His one of the best neutrals in the game. People be sleeping on it. Long range limbs, good ki blast, good beam. His ki blast shield is also really good. Gargo's right. He was not touched by the double supers, so his cost a shit ton of bar to actually pull it off. But he did not get affected by it. That's a lot of damage right there. But overall, I think he's actually a pretty solid character. His assist is really good too, and he's also really good to DHC into as well. Yep.
One of his like weird, unique tools that he also has that I think puts him above like some of the rest is his back special, like the ball that he creates.
The ki blast. The ki shield,
which makes him just even more deadly and more scary, like more of like a horror excuse me, they put Jason Voorhees in that game.
Yeah, they did. I'm not gonna lie. I fought a really good Broly online today. My boy had me shaking.
Yeah.
Like I still waiting for a god tier Broly who strikes enough fear in their opponent's heart to be full screen, activate the shell, and just walk forward. Just straight man mode with the shield on, just walk forward, just like doom, doom, doom. I'm still waiting for that day. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that character is scary. That character has always been scary.
Yep. Speaking of scary, what? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say the two characters because we were gonna. I had something to say about these two characters. Broly and Bardock are insanely scary because of how great their neutral game is, and how brain dead it might seem sometimes. People using them, like Broly in the corner when they're doing their, is it going to do the grab or is it going to do the armor move to keep me in the corner sort of thing, or with Bardock when it comes to his like auto combo, like is this going to hit me like kind of bullshitty. But both of those characters have been nerfed, but just like Kid Buu, they are still very, very, very.
Yeah. But speaking of scary, and unfortunately
absolutely.
went to not so scary.
Yep.
Zamasu.
Not as hard as a fall as his brother.
Yep.
But it's definitely a fall.
Oh, to be fair, he didn't have as hard as a fall. Goku Black literally went from like top 3 to like bottom half.
Yeah, bottom half.
Zamasu went from like mid/high mid to like low mid.
Yeah. I think his neutral game is still very good. I think his assist is pretty decent. It's good.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of those things like it could be better.
Sure.
But his neutral is his damage is You can guard cancel out of his Hell Zone mix, which he had. I helped Tony lab it earlier, like a month or two ago. Now it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I still personally have trouble fighting against Zamasu because he's one of those characters where you think their normals are a lot longer than they look. Mm-hmm. So you end up walking into like a bad range or something like that. That's why I have so much problems fighting Super Saiyan Vegeta, because you think his normals will be short, but they're not. And Zamasu you think will be long, but they're short. So I end up getting like a whole neutral and range game, all types of fucked up. He does have some setups, like his orb, his flight setups are all really cool. His damage, he's really just a character who went from like hot mid/high mid to just. He didn't lose his double supers though. He did not.
No,
he's one of the few characters who kept it.
He's definitely one of the characters where you have to work very hard to get all of his damage out. But if you play with him, you'll kind of get used to it, because it's not like super technical, because there's nothing really weird about how to play any of these characters, like in King of Fighters, like we were talking.
Yeah,
you and I by ourselves. But yeah,
and he does have some higher damage routes.
Yeah.
But I just think overall he just kind of fell from grace. Moving on, Vegito Blue, the online warrior himself. I call this man Mr. Online. His damage top tier. He lost a little bit due to the double level 1 changes.
Sure.
But his damage
which was weird and only for specific teams as well.
Yeah. It's one of those things for like specific teams, but strangely those teams had a lot of common characters on them. Yeah. But his damage is still incredibly high, top 3 in the game. Meter and build top 3 in the game still. Obviously, he top 2. He's actually top 2. Because actually one of those characters in top 3 of meter game they're going to surprise you a little bit. But overall he's the same. His neutral's decent. His neutral from mid screen and close and mid screen to close screen is still insanely good. Full screen is kind of ass. Mm-hmm. So he's pretty much his neutral is exactly like Bardock's. Full screen is ass, but mid to close screen is really, really good.
He also has really good damage output.
Yeah. He did. Previously I would put him higher, like high mid, but I'm gonna drop him down to almost as like the bridge between high mid and mid, strictly because of the backdash nerfs. You can backdash out of a lot of his bullshit now.
Sure,
because a lot of his stuff
also
A lot of his stuff
Oh,
was,
go ahead.
I said, a lot of his stuff was kind of fake anyway. But now it's just
Mhm.
because the best Vegito in the world, Kaimari, he dropped them.
Mhm.
He said because a lot of the stuff you can just backdash out of it. So
Mhm.
it's like they can just, but you don't have to worry about guard cancel. They can just backdash. Like, well, fuck. And of course, that can be baited and punished easily. But it's just better to just not have to think that extra, or at least at the level he plays at, which is like professional level. It's better to just not have to think that extra step and just remove it entirely. Just move on to something else.
Yeah. I would say maybe put him a little bit higher, but I also don't think he's on the same level as 21. So
Yeah. So I'll put him like
right about there. Yeah, because his assist is actually pretty good, like for a pressure tool.
I say it's actually a fairly decent lockdown because if they're jumping, it brings them back to the ground.
Yeah.
But the block stun's decent, the hit stun's decent, and of course, super dash, reflect. It is a bunch of key blasts, so keep in fact keep that in mind. But his neutral is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Oof.
But so Goku, base Goku and base Vegeta.
The OGs.
I think base Goku is actually good, but I don't like his level 1. I don't like how specific his level 3 is. Like, you have to build. There has to be at least one on your team that can make that work, because his own setup for that it's stupid.
It's damn near impossible.
It's damn near impossible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm just
yeah.
Like his damage is insanely high.
Yeah, but then so are the other Goku. Like, for the stuff that you can legit get off on him, you might as well kind of be playing the other Goku.
True. Pretty much you will only play base Goku if you really, really want to get Spirit Bomb setups, just because you think it looks cool. That's pretty much what you have to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a 1000%.
He's the only Goku who can't get a sliding knockdown. Even Goku Black can get a sliding knockdown for free. Well, not for free, but he can get a sliding knockdown.
He can get it though.
His beam is decent. His assist is actually pretty good. His assist is really good. Decent startup, high block stun, like very high block stun. I think it's top 4 or top 5 in the game in terms of block stun.
Yeah, it's a Kamehameha. It's it's gonna be
pretty much.
Something else that I have found out about him is his 2M actually has a longer distance than the other Goku's 2Ms.
Really? Interesting.
That's something I did find out. It's like, it's not by much, but it's by enough to make like, oh, okay, cool.
And what you were talking about earlier in terms of wasted specials, in my opinion, he's the only character in the game with the wasted special. I say, in my personal opinion, the only one with the wasted special. His shoulder tackle is just butt cheeks. It's terrible in neutral because it's a insanely slow startup, and he backs up beforehand. It's just bad. His command grab is decent. I do like using his on command grab.
Yeah, it's definitely good to like wake people up. Like, hey, stop blocking. Let me throw you.
But that shoulder tackle, I just hate it.
It also releases corner pressure unless you're willing to spend another bar to put them back there. But then that could also just make the same situation come about, where like they're blocking again and you gotta grab them again, spend another bar.
So I do think his assist is really good. That is a redeeming factor.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty easy to DHC into his on level 1. He actually has some sick setups with his on level 1. It's like you cancel it early and to get some side of Oki off of that.
Sure.
But it's pretty much, he's almost like what Tien was, where they're like a pure damage support. But at least Tien can hold his own and put off that damage by himself. It's hard to put off the damage with base Goku by himself.
Sure, he definitely is like a
it's a ghetto punish. It's that hood punish.
He's like a kind of anchor where you put him in the back of your team. Yeah. Where you're planning on using him when you know you're about to get that setup with his level, in my opinion. But base Goku is a very, very weird character. I don't know. But his specials are bizarre as well. I think you muted yourself, by the way, still. But his specials are just man, like his grab is just man. I don't like his KO can. I do appreciate that they put in a character that has a comeback mechanic in this game, where once like more and more of his partners dying in the game, he's putting in way. So there's that. I can't hear you, by the way, Andrew.
Yeah, if the Kaioken was easier to use, I would probably play him a lot more, even just for like shits and gigs.
Yeah.
But who's next? Base Vegeta.
Base Vegeta.
Yo, I love base Jeets.
I thought they were so bad that you just put them off to the side.
Nah, not yet. So we can do that with 17, but we'll talk about 17 later. We'll talk about 17 later.
Base Vegeta is definitely the better of the two base characters.
Oh, definitely.
In my opinion.
Like honestly, one of the only thing he's lacking is just neutral, because his neutral's kind of butt cheeks. Like out of all three Vegetas, his is probably the worst. Actually, it's probably on par with Vegeta. Actually, no, Vegeta Blue has the worst neutral. He has the second best.
Okay.
Because the medium eagle kick is actually pretty decent. The fact that you can actually convert off of that EX eagle kick with the medium eagle kick into an assist. Once the first time I saw that, I was like, bruh. I saw Malice pull that shit off. I was like, my man.
He also has the easier. Well,
he's probably he's the hardest Vegeta to play.
Yeah.
Because of his loops.
Yeah. Yes. And you can do some very interesting loops. I saw some mid-screen loops with this guy.
Yeah, yo, that shit's hard.
Nuts.
I managed to do those once, and I haven't been able to do it since.
Dude, that is nuts, dude. When I saw somebody do that, like this is a complex story.
Yeah, I've been able to do his the most I've gotten in the corner was like 4 or 5. No, 4 loops. That was the highest I ever got. I've never been able to go above 4 loops.
Yeah, those are hard. Dude.
Yeah, his damage is good. The only reason I played him is because he's similar to Teen Gohan. Shitty neutral, high damage, loops. It's like fuck it, why not? The only reason the one thing I don't like about him is that if you do decide to opt for corner loops, it's hard to cancel that into a super.
Yeah.
Because for some reason he has so much landing recovery when he lands, the timing to cancel that landing into a super is incredibly tight. So it got go ahead.
No. Whenever I played base Vegeta, I found that I might as well just finish the super in the air while I have it in the air. Because it's going to be way easier than trying to rebalance myself. Because when he hits the ground, he jumps back up and then does his level 1.
Yeah,
so I was like, I'm just gonna hit him when I do my team.
And like, it's like that's fine, but it's like DHCs. Like, what if you could DHC to kill? It's better to bring them to the ground. Cause that make it like 1,000 times easier.
Absolutely.
Ooh. I know that's the 2360 or 2H. That's fine, but I'll keep them in the air. And yeah, it does cause a sliding knockdown, but it's too. The way it works is that they'll be too high up in the air, so by the time they'll be at DHC level, the DHC window will already be gone.
Yeah, so I do the air 2H into his special, and that does usually work for me, but that does get rid of the corner pressure that you might have.
Or you would have to spend an extra bar and do 2H into the EX knee drop.
Yeah,
and then level 1 into DHC from there.
Yeah. But otherwise, I think he does have my favorite level 3 out of all. Though.
Yeah, personally, yeah, I do love playing Vegeta Blue, but base Vegeta is definitely very, very fun. You keep giving me that. You keep giving me that fucking look whenever I bring up Vegeta Blue. Don't you start with me.
We were about to have some words. If you said he has the same neutral game as base Vegeta, Goku Blue Vegeta.
Yo, we might have some heated words in the Black Ninja Squad.
But yeah, I don't know. Base Vegeta is definitely like the mid Vegeta.
Yeah, see, Gargoyle understands. Vegeta Blue is OD.
No.
Just simple. Nah. Alright.
I'm not with you on that one, dog.
Cooler.
Somebody I can be with you on how good they are. Cooler.
Cooler.
I love me some Cooler.
Cooler. Honestly, he seems just like a very average character to me.
Sure.
It's like, I know he's good, but I also know he's not great. His block strings are a little funky. You can reflect out of a lot, or backdash now out of a lot of them. His neutral is good because of his mediums, his beam. He has the 3H that goes through beams. He has a low hit and key blast. Oh man,
he actually. So one interesting, and the lisp is coming in. One interesting thing about Cooler that I would say, now that you can backdash out of a lot of his stuff, he can bake that backdash and then go into a standing medium, which actually,
that range is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I put on like he does have a DP assist. It's probably the biggest hitbox DP assist in the game. But he's just one of those characters where like I know half the shit you do is fake and there's a lot of gaps in it. Yeah. But you just have big boy normals, so I can't do much about it.
Right, you're just a giant hulking purple.
I'm
not really feeling safe right now.
Yeah, you're just that's honest. That's honestly how like I feel. I know a lot of the stuff he does is fake. Like I can punish this, but by the time he's so big. By the time I get close, he's just gonna punch me. I'm like, I mean, I guess I'll just hold that.
I guess I'll eat that.
Yeah, he does. He also out of all the big boy characters, he probably does this. He probably does this second or third highest damage. It's probably comparable to Cell in terms of supers. Like Cell can do a lot of damage without supers, but Cooler's supers do some of the most damage in the entire game. Like his level 3 is insane. It's like top 6 or top 7, I think.
I really like both of his level 3s as well.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not too big on the ground one because you can if you're quick enough you can actually vanish out of it.
Sure.
But the air one's really good. The air one's OG.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. But I think for most people they're gonna just sit there and just take that out because they're just like, can't believe he got that.
Speaking of air supers, I've only been hit by this air super once. Also,
I don't think I've ever played against an Android 17 player.
I played against probably the best Android 17 in the US. I played against Jazz Rap for 30 minutes and I got washed. So for those of you who don't know, I went to KIT with my boys in Tennessee. And we were there for top 8. We were just playing some casuals. All of a sudden a guy comes up. It's like, hey, do you mind if I get next game? I was like, yeah, sure. I won. So my homie got up and this homie sat down. He was wearing a jacket and I was like, okay, whatever. Then he picked 17 Bardock and Yamcha. And I was like, what the fuck is that? 17? I was like, yo, whose maze is this? So I said, whatever, but honestly, I was like, I'll give him respect because, you know, you never know sometimes.
Sure.
Bruh. No, I had 5 homies standing behind me. They saw me take the first 17 mix. Immediately, I heard one of them say, you guys want to go play Smash? In the other room, they're like, yeah, let's all go play Smash. So they all just left me there. Because, you know, it's usually like, okay, you lose the set, the next person gets on. They all said, no, I'm not dealing with that shit. They abandoned me to fight this godlike 17 for 35 to 40 minutes. One of them even recorded it and just laughed at my struggles. Turns out, I didn't find this out because I couldn't see him his jersey. His name was Data Jazz Rap. He went on to win the entire tournament. He beat Nokami 2-0 first thing in the day.
Oof.
Now, so be it. Also, I will let you know, he didn't lose a single set that whole day. He didn't lose a single game in top 8, but I beat him. I beat him once out of like 35 games. I was the only person to beat Jazz Rap that day. And ever since, I was like, yo, 17's pretty good. But I remember one of my homies asked, like, so what's your honest opinion on 17? It's like bottom 3. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. He's bottom 3. Bottom 3.
I will say this. He is just like Nappa characters and base Goku characters. There are people that play them specifically and specialists on them, where when you play them, they're just a good player playing a really bad character. But because they're so good at the game, they're still going to beat that booty, right?
There was
it's just... Oh, go ahead.
I said there were some things he was actually doing that was like actually really good in terms of like 17 cable. Not because usually we end up in that situation. It's more so like oh, their neutral is better, or like they're analyzing me better than I'm analyzing them. But he was doing legit stuff with 17. I was like, damn, it's things like only that character can do. So be it, he was using a Bardock / Yamcha shell, so that shell was kind of carrying the 17. But he was doing some legit 17 stuff. I was like, this is fucking wild. But overall, the character's kind of trash. His normals are bad. His Rekkas, you can 2H, reflect, backdash out of all of them. His supers are eh. His assists is eh.
Reflect his main tool.
Yeah, his main tool that he does for everything is usually reflect. But I will say you will have to double reflect. I like the next Rekka, I say in quotes, the next Rekka character we're talking about, Videl, you only have to reflect her once.
Rekka.
Rekka. You only have to reflect her once and be fine. With 17, you have to reflect twice. I tried reflecting once into punish multiple times, and I just got hit.
You can also 2H one of his except too, right? If he doesn't do the fake low and then he actually goes for the
you can 2H the high and the fake high. You just gotta be quick with it.
Oof. So earlier we were talking about Oasis. He is definitely the perfect example of game special. He has pretty much Vega's like wall jump, where like he just jumps to a wall on either side and then jumps back. However, unlike Vega, he is completely susceptible to getting hit, because in Vega's game, it's very hard to get to the height Vega gets to. In this game, it is very easy to get to the height where 17 is getting to.
And also,
how do you do it? Pressing super dash.
Or if you're fast enough,
jumping.
Someone like Bardock or Yamcha, you can catch him as he lands. Like, oh, he's going behind me. Lariat, EX Wolfang Fist. I'm like, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I just gotta hold that.
And that is a hard lesson to hold. That is, it's a wasted move. Might as well not even be there. And for those that don't realize how bad it is, when they use it, they're gonna find out. And if I don't take advantage of this, I mean, come on.
Yeah. So one of my closest homies, he kept using the wall jump, and I was like, stop using the wall jump. He's like, I'm gonna find a use for it. I swear. No. I was like, bro, you'll drop the character before you will find a use for that wall jump. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
it just be like that.
It yabba dabba do be like that.
It yabba dabba do be like that.
But let's talk about
real quick, because we did mention his assist when we talked about 18.
Oh yeah, we did. You can combo out of it.
You can combo out of it, but I still think it's like a worse version of it, even though it has like that extra hit.
It has a slower startup, so it can't absorb as fast as 18's can.
Yeah.
So that's why I think you can make the argument that it's worse. Actually, here you're right, and here I'm actually gonna put them equal in terms of support, because I'm also talking about DHC. It's easy to DHC with 18 because she goes like straight above them. Right. 17 is a cinematic, so it's gonna cut out whatever other super is happening. So you have to time it perfectly in order to get max damage out of everything. And it's a side switch, so if you don't want to lose corner pressure, you're gonna lose corner pressure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. These are the two characters that you played a lot of Jiren, and I played a lot of.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna talk about big boy Jiren. And
see what you think about
my opinion, he's the only other defense hit's the first defensive character. Jiren is another defensive character because he has two counters. Well, yeah, two counters. One of them is a beam counter. The other one is just a strike counter.
Yep.
He has a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say shit ton. He has a crap ton of damage.
He has a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's not as high. It's not as high as Team Gohan or Vegito, but it's like right. It's right around Goku Blue levels of damage.
Sure.
Goku Blue can like 2.5/3 touch. Jiren can do the exact same thing. Level 3, shit ton of damage. Level 1, or the second level 1, the uppercut does a lot of damage, and it gives them Oki. Also, it's also a free way to get the spirit bomb.
Yeah.
just to let some of you know.
Mm-hmm.
His only glaring flaw is that his block strings are a little funky because he doesn't have a heavy. He just has his heavy is an actual command grab.
Yeah, but you can kind of cover that up with assist.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't base where you put them off of, oh, did you use your assist correctly? It's about what you bring to the table as a character.
And for him, it's damage. Damage and lockdown. Oh, semi-lockdown. His assist is actually pretty good. It's top 4, I think, in terms of block stun in the entire game. Top 5 if you want to include Super Saiyan Vegeta's, but I don't because it's reflectable / super dash.
Sure.
But it's pretty much base Goku's assist. It's like the exact same thing, just with like 1 frame of a higher block stun. My only beef with him is really just like his block strings. His neutral is a little funky because you're not supposed to play offensive neutral with Jiren. It's more defensive neutral. Sure. Like he has one of the few buffers, like defense buffers in the game. Like in Street Fighter, all you do is like you kind of walk forward, crouch, and you always do the Hadouken motion as right after you do the crouching medium kick to do that buffer. Jiren's the exact same way in the air. You always do Ki Blast buffer into the medium eyes. So even if they super dash forward, the buffer will automatically trigger. He'll automatically cancel that Ki Blast into the medium eyes. So like if it does not hit you, nothing happens. If it hits you in any way, he'll do medium eyes. So you can't really approach him in the air. You have to approach him in the ground. And his 2M's really good. His shoulder tackle goes through beams, and it's decent. It's not the best, but it goes through beams. And he has
it doesn't have that great of a distance as like
it's a baby distance.
Yeah.
And also he has a EX invincible reversal due to his counter. His counter is a frame 1. It's a frame 1 reversal.
Yes.
So that's why since doesn't have the best neutrals. Actually, why I put him right next to he's pretty much Hit. He's very similar to Hit. That's why I kind of put them next to each other.
They're 2 very good defensive characters in a very offensive heavy game.
Yeah. So, but he's slightly better on offense due to he has very good stagger pressure due to his 2L scaling and acting pretty much like a medium button. And so if you do it, it pushes them just out of range where you can do it again. If they press a button, they get caught. Because it won't be like a punish on startup. It's a punish on whiff.
Sure.
So that's why I'm gonna put Jiren like right around mid tier, right next to Hit.
I'm also like a little wishy-washy when it comes to his assist. Like I feel like for certain situations it's definitely good. Like if you want to lock down somebody.
Yeah, that range is just abysmal.
Oh yeah, the range is really bad. To continue a combo is not the greatest all the time.
Yeah,
like it's just really weird.
Yeah, this one is like it's good in the corner for in terms of combos. Yeah. It's just really shitty mid screen, and you'll have to be a certain character to combo out of it mid screen.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Hit's assist isn't that great either.
Hit's assist is decent. It's
I would put the way I would put it. I would put both Hit and Jiren more to the left, like closer to Cooler.
More to the left.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly I forgot the range of Hit's assist.
It's super not long.
Isn't it like really short?
Because really
for
short.
Some reason
and it doesn't have a lot of height on it either.
It's like for some reason I remember getting hit like fucking mid screen or some shit, but I think it's a little less than mid. It might be quarter screen, like a quarter screen length, if like a little bit shorter.
It's shorter than 16's assist.
The range? Oh damn.
Yeah, it's really low. Like I don't think you can do the bounce back with it either, if I remember correctly. I think it's only used for
you can use it in mid-screen combos, just like most assists.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Mainly block strings, though.
Yeah.
Or like to make like an unsafe move safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that great.
Last.
And neither is Jiren. But anyway.
Last, but certainly not least.
Nah.
And I'm gonna say we are gonna have different opinions on this, but it's not gonna be as different as you would think.
In my opinion, and I'm gonna be as unbiased as I possibly can because I was looking forward to the character. She's one of the reasons why I started playing this game again. But looking at her normals, looking at her specials, looking at her supers, looking at the fact that she comes in the game that's not okay. She comes into the game where they just nerfed double level ones, but she comes in the game with both of the level ones are in her combo guide where they want you to do it, and they tell you, "Hey, by the way, this is totally a thing you should still do. Forget what we did with all these other characters, level 1, level. You should really do this for this character."
She's special.
She's special. I think so. All right, I've got to be very, very honest about this. Her moonsault is deceptively bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people think it's good, but it's not that good.
You mean the Frankensteiner?
No. The Frankensteiner is amazing. I was talking about her down button, where essentially, like, if this is the character, she'll flip over you like this and hit you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it has the 3 versions where the light, ouch, that hurt. The medium one, like, will bounce you, and the heavy one will, like, bounce you back up in the air.
So she can combo.
So she can combo easier, right? I think it's deceptively bad because you can 2H the hell out of that move, especially if they're waiting for it. Ooh boy. I think her forward heavy is maybe one of my favorite heavy hits in the game. Her 5 heavy is also one of my favorite heavy in the game.
Yeah, that is a really nice heavy.
Her double standing medium is really. But go ahead.
I say, like, it's one of those. Okay, pretty much my only beef with this character, are her buttons. Everything else is good. I can get down with her damage, her pressure, her mix, her snaps, her Oki, her level 3s, or level 1s. Her buttons, man, I just can't. Her
buttons aren't great.
I can't deal with the buttons.
If I'm being freaking honest, I am not a big fan of her 2H. I don't like it. It moves her forward. It's almost as straight up as Go Tense, but like even a smaller hitbox than Go Tense. I think she's definitely above low mid tier. I think she's actually mid tier. I will put her almost exactly where Trunks is, but maybe to the right of it. The only reason why I say that is because if you enjoy Bardock's assist, you actually like Vidal's assist as well, because it's literally the same thing.
Here, I'll put it right there. I put it right there.
I think I can live with that. I personally will probably.
We're just getting a little. I said we're just getting a little cramp. So I was like, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Wait here. How about that? How about that?
Yes.
Because Trunks' assist is really fucking good.
Yeah, we were being modest about Trunks' assist.
Yeah,
and I think we were being a little too generous with Hit's assist. Yeah. I think that's about right. Her buttons are her only problem, but even then, some of her buttons actually are really good, and they can be covered up by her specials, and her specials are so good. Her level 1 is really good, which also can, by the way, people can be hit into base Goku Spirit Bomb, but it's like a weird setup that you have to do, but it's not important.
That's mission.
Her combo damage.
She can solo snap from her level 1 into a sliding knockdown. Think about that. Level 1 into a sliding knockdown into legit. Oh, there are level 1s that do a sliding knockdown, like Goku's Angle Beam, Goku Blue, base Vegeta. They all do sliding knockdowns with their level 1s, but they don't get legitimate Oki from it. She gets legit Oki from it because it's a Dragon Rush.
Yep.
They have to wait for super recovery. She does not have to wait for any recovery at all. That's some tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Luckily, her level 3 Oki isn't like the best.
No, it's not. But
it's decent.
So the interesting thing about her Oki is you would initially see Videl players do like jump up in the air, do her down special, which then brings Gohan immediately down. That hitbox is very unreliable, especially in the corner, because it can mix up Gohan himself. Where like sometimes he'll hit, and sometimes he'll actually completely whiff. If you tech up, I think there's a little like we got a Frieza low choice. Not sorry. Where Gohan's hitbox, if you do an up tech off of like the ground, it actually will miss them like 100% of the time. Yeah. It's actually very, very unreliable, but it's still a good pressure tool. I think her I know her damage is insane by
her
herself.
Damage is good.
I know she can also build up meter by herself to do her double level 2s. I like her level 1 or her level 1 counter. I like the way her level 3 looks. It's not the greatest of damage, but it's definitely not the worst. But it's pretty good. Her Frankenstein is amazing. It is an amazing tool. God, that move is so good. And of course, like, you know, her 2-6 button is amazing as well. And the one thing that she has that a lot, including myself, I don't use it enough, and I should start using it more. That is really good. She has a DP, a meter
that she can combo out of,
fully invincible DP
that she can combo out of.
She can combo out of it.
Meterless. By the way, she just air dashes forward. She can combo out of it meterless.
It is very, very, very good. Which you can argue, instead of using her 2H, you could argue the fact that if her 2H was really good, then not a lot of people will realize that they should do her DP. But then I'm still like, but there's no reason for her 2H to be that bad. Yeah. And it really is just that bad. It really, really is.
It's
like,
just
it's
that
a
trash.
smaller Gotenks. It's once again, like I said, it's a horizontal, smaller Gotenks, and it is not good. It's not good. And it like moves her forward a little bit too. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the only thing that stopped me from bumping her up a little bit is literally her normals, which sucks, but normals are big. Like, think about it. Bardock and 16 have literally been this high up since the game came. Well, since they were introduced into the game because of their normals.
Yeah.
So, and since this is a very scramble. Hold on, first let me bump up Vegito. My fault. Since this is a very like scramble heavy game, having good normals will help you out and like majorly. So since she doesn't have the normals to help her out in scramble, she's kind of stuck.
Yeah, but her specials are really good. Oh man, I would put her right next to Bro. That's where I would put her.
You would really put her right next to
I would really put her right next. Like,
because
her special. Think about her mix-up game though. It's insane. It literally opens up everybody. It's not one of those like, oh, she's new, so people don't know what to do against her. No, it's like really good, really, really good. It's essentially what 17 should be, but he ain't.
It's the buttons, man. I can't get past the buttons. They're too important in this game.
You're right.
They're too important.
Right. Her forward heavy is so good.
They're too important. That's not going to help her win a scramble.
It's so good, dude.
Tell you what, I'll bump her up 1 pixel. So she's 1 pixel above Jiren.
I'll take that.
But
here's the since you want to bring it up. Who's the better DLC character that just came out? Now, obviously, this is still like a little like, you know, we're shooting from the hip here, but I think Videl is the better DLC.
I would say Videl, but by a little bit. Like, I honestly, they're just about equal to me. But it's like, other than that, they're kind of the same.
Yeah, you know, they both have a weird 2H. One's better, obviously, than. But
that's another. Jiren has two 2Hs, by the way. For those of you who don't know, he has 2 different 2Hs.
Like blast thing? Yeah.
Which has a godlike hitbox. If y'all haven't seen the hitbox for Jiren's 2S, look that shit up. That shit's like Goku Black, Change the Future. It's godlike. That's the 2H of a God Slayer.
Yeah, it really is though. I think Videl inches it by more than 2 seconds if we're like racing.
Yeah. So I I would say Videl is the better DLC, but that's why it's like not by a lot. It's like she's better because that pressure and mix up is fucking OD.
It really is though.
And I would say her neutral isn't that bad because the Saiyan Man, its advantage does jail. Yes. So if you can catch someone with that, that's a free way to get inside. Mm-hmm. But she has to spend meter to get inside.
Yeah, I think as of right now, well, in my opinion, I think Videl is definitely a point character.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
she is a 1000% point
For
character,
sure.
just like 18 is, where her normals are her weakness, but because you have her at point, you're probably
does
using your
An
assist
assist to get inside.
cover up a lot of stuff, and that's exactly what I do when I play Videl. I back up, I try to open them up with my assist of my 10 or my 16 assist to try to get closer and closer and closer, and then once I get to the distance that I need to be at with them, and they think they're safe,
Bam! I'm in there,
down,
motherfucker. I'm in there.
but yeah, like I do agree. I do, yeah, man, yeah.
So quick.
Yes.
Getting closer. Also, I didn't really get to talk about it because I low key forgot about it. But remember when I said the top 3 meter building characters?
Sure.
It was 17. He's one of the top 3.
Yeah.
I've seen a combo where he built 3 bars.
Yeah.
I've never seen Team Gohan build 3 bars, and never seen Vegito build 3 bars. And one combo, no spark. No spark, by the way. This shit was no spark.
It's all for what though?
Exactly. It's all for what?
Yeah.
But this is what I think. These placements are all our ideas. Videl for Justice List can go a little higher. Blue Vegeta will probably go a little higher as well on Justice List. Quick, I've been hearing rumors on this new season 2 DLC release schedule. Have you heard about these rumors?
No.
Rumors are saying that they're not going to do what they did last year, which was 2 characters at a time.
Yeah.
They're claiming that they're doing 1 character at a time
Because they have so few characters they're coming out with.
It's the same amount that they did last year, right? 6. Then they do 6 characters last year.
Did they do 6?
Oh fuck! Where are the fucking DLC characters?
I think they did 8, didn't they?
Right, let's look at the DLC. We got 1,
Bardock.
2, 3,
Right.
4.
No.
5,
DLC
6
characters last season.
Yeah.
You counted.
Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. God damn, you made me lose. Okay. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4,
Or
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8. Okay, 8.
Yeah.
It was 8. I heard that they're only going to do 1 at a time. Like supposedly this next character is supposed to come until May 31st. Think about that. You know how long away that is?
Ooh, May?
That's the same shit. I was like, fucking May. Like what?
Wow, that's
So,
some Tekken stuff.
Like I said, this is just what DBFZ esports is run by Harada now, so he could have a say in what the DLC release schedule is.
Yeah, and just like Harada, I mean, Harada
Don't ask me for shit. Don't ask me for shit. But
don't ask me for shit.
I mean that could be true. That could not be true. I hope it's not, because I do like the Street Fighter way of doing things, where they just kind of show everything at once, and then you'll get them 1 at a time as they come. But I also like getting 2 characters at a time, because say we only got Videl, then we got Jiren. Like I wouldn't be interested in trying Videl. I would have to wait 3 months in order to try out Jiren. Like I could just try them, or like they can come out together. And I could just pick whichever one I want. But
These better be like some super fan favorite characters. Give them.
yeah, I'm like, we already know 2 of them.
Some Raditz and
We already know 2 of them: Gogeta and Super Broly. So is
2 characters that we don't know that are going to be coming out super far apart until we get to the characters that they announced at the beginning of this year. We probably won't get to those last 2 characters until like December.
Also, you remember the image that we were talking about, where they had like the color backgrounds and whatnot?
Yeah.
Apparently, those don't actually matter. I also heard someone else said like those are placeholder colors. Like they don't legit matter. So, like I don't know. These are all the things that people on the internet, the internet's always right. True.
Yeah.
So so who fucking knows? Either way, I will just wait patiently as I can until my homegirl comes out, and then we'll see where we go from there. Just who do you think is gonna be coming out next?
I think it's gonna be Roshi and but I think the
Roshi and Kefla.
Actually, you know what? The third person I would put in a wrench that could probably also come out is Raditz.
Yes,
I think he does. I think Raditz does actually a high probability of coming out.
Yeah, Raditz will definitely be in the game. It's just a matter of asking when. I wouldn't mind if it came out in season 2. And also, some people said that the order doesn't matter as well. So some people said that we might be getting Gogeta in Super Broly here too. Like, you know, in the trailer, it acted like they were coming in last. Mm-hmm. But other people saying like the order that they gave us is actually irrelevant, so they might come out sooner than expected.
They could be like the May stuff, which, you know what, I think I agree with, because the one thing I didn't like about the season with Tekken is the fact that we knew Negan was coming out like so long ago.
Same thing with Julia.
Yeah, like
which I might play a little bit of Tekken because I saw one of Julia's DLC costumes. Yeah. Yeah. Let me stop playing.
But yeah, like to know a character is coming out for so long, and then to like almost forget that they announced it, and like, oh, that's right, this character's coming out.
Like, shit, Nika's coming.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm just hoping. I'm just waiting for Kefla, Roshi, and Raditz, and then I'll be happy. Then I'll be happy with the roster in the game.
I think that's the silent lineup.
Or Chi-Chi. What if they put in Chi-Chi in the game? Because Chi-Chi was in some of the older Dragon Ball games.
Hey man, they made Videl work, and actually
Chi-Chi can fight too. Chi-Chi knows how to actually fight. She can fight. She beat up Goku once.
So have y'all seen how Saiken uses base Goku?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I watched as Saiken learn base Goku. This motherfucker had him on point for a while. He legit had base Goku on point. We had 21 on his team.
My thing with base Goku, and I think I alluded to, I think I said this earlier, where he's a base character that you want to have at base, but also comes out frequently whenever you have a good setup for his level 3, and then immediately switch him back. That makes sense, right? Like you have a Jiren on your team, you get a good like knockdown. You do your Winter Soldier punch up in the air. You go into base Goku, he throws down the Spirit Bomb, and then you switch back out to Jiren.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's the way that I see base Goku. Like, actually, just like there's a 17 player out there who can kick out.
I say I was gonna keep base Goku on the right side of the support because his assist is actually really good. But like in order to actually do stuff with the character, you do need a very specific setup for his DHCs.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but
both DHCs.
Yeah, both level 1 and level 3. Both. Level 3 is fucking damn near impossible.
His level 1 actually online is really hard to fucking do because of the lag that you have to account for.
Hey man, you want to learn base Goku? Go ahead and learn base Goku.
Hey, if you want to learn base Goku, I have that I can show you. And I can show you a couple of his Kaioken without the power-up stuff to get you like started.
That's another reason why I didn't feel like playing base Goku. Cause I didn't want to think during my level 1.
Yeah,
I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that shit.
It's like you have to think, okay, how many more characters do I have left on my team? Okay, this many, which means which combo can I do between the mid-screen combo and the corner combo? Like there's a possibility of technically 3, right? There's where you have all characters.
You have
corner. All right, so you have all characters and corner and a mid screen. Mm-hmm. You have one character down, corner, mid screen, and then you have no characters left but you, corner, and mid screen. That is 6 options that you have to choose from for your level 1. A level 1. 6 options. That is insane.
At least it does a lot of damage.
It does. At
least it got that going for them. But that's all they got.
That is all. But yeah, this is our tier list.
Yeah, that's here. Let me bump 18 up just a little bit.
Yeah, she deserves it. So our top, what's that? 10? You would say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, top 8. 10. Yamcha, Bardock, Gotenks.
Yeah.
Kid Buu, 16. Big Piccolo. Adult Gohan, 18. Majin Buu, Ginyu.
Which is weird to say that Ginyu is the top 10.
Yeah, not necessarily. Honestly, like after Yamcha, you can debate on the order of the rest of them.
Sure,
but personally, I'm just gonna leave Yamcha at number 1.
I do think Ginyu is definitely number 10. Though.
Yeah, and even then, you could actually debate me on Yamcha being number 1. You could actually convince me otherwise. But until someone does, my man's staying at numero uno.
I think Piccolo might still be number 1.
You still think the Big Piccolo?
I think so, because they still didn't really change anything. What made him so really good, like at the end of last season, they didn't really change it. Like they slowed his progression down a little bit from it, but if he has 4 or 5 bars, it don't really matter. That's a big character.
Here, let me do this. There you
Yeah.
go. But yeah, that's it. This is our list.
Majin Buu always gets love.
It's because he's probably the hardest character to play in the entire game.
Yeah, he
like,
really is.
He's insanely hard to play.
He's one of the specialist characters where you have to practice before you play anything with him, because he is so unique in everything he does. But he's really good. He's really.
His combo routes, black strings are all special. They're all different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
So
they will mess you up.
They will fuck you up, dude.
They will fuck you up.
That character is fucking OD. I hate. I will always say this: a good Majin Buu will always be scarier to block than anybody else in this game.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
They will mix your shit into next week.
Yeah.
Your kids will come out with like dyslexia or something. That's because you got mixed as Majin Buu.
Yeah.
It scrambled the little kids' brains.
They're gonna be terrified of bubblegum because
oh man. But that's the list. Love it.
No comedy story of when he played a guy with him and lost every set for 2 hours. We talked about it a while back too. Yeah.
God damn.
It'd be like it really do be like that, don't it?
Man. We got some crazy cats out here, man.
Yes, you do. Yes,
you
you do.
Love the list, hate the list, take a picture of it, send it to your friends, post it on the tweeters. But,
tweet.
But I might get on PS4 after this, maybe. So Troy, Tony, Wes, if y'all want to play, we can play. But yeah,
I'll be in my Roshi lab, my Kami house.
You still gotta get you and Troy to fight, because every time Troy said, "Yo, I want to fight Justin," I'm like, "Why you want to fight Justin so much? Let the man live. Let the man live."
It's gotten to the point where I don't know if he like really wants. But what do you mean by fight me? We talk about video games, right? No?
He was like, "Yo, I want to play Justin so fucking bad." I was like, "Just let the man be."
Man, I'm just like Roshi, like.
Gotcha.
There's a bad joint over there. I'm gonna get you later, though. Yo.
You know what? I could just imagine Troy's just gonna pull up to your house one day. It's like, "Hey, yo, run the set."
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Run the set.
Really, like, fight me or just fight me.
Run the set. my man been trying to play you in Dragon Ball for months.
I think he's been trying to play it since he figured out how to do like everything. So,
but
we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah. But for Troy, because I know you enjoyed the video that I posted up about the thing assist for combos. Later this week, if not tomorrow, because I think I'm going to be snowed in. Shout out. I'm going to be posting up how to use assist in a more complex way to continue combos. So look out for that. That should be going up on the YouTube soon. If you missed some of this should be going on the YouTube soon as well.
Yeah, I can literally just rip it and just throw it up on YouTube.
This will probably be up by the beginning of tomorrow. This will probably be up, or by the end of tomorrow. So yeah, we will talk about the DOA 6 thing next week, or maybe even later this week. Next time we have a podcast, we're going to talk about the DOA 6 thing, because this took up a lot of time.
Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot of things. We're going to try to do the podcast a lot more, and we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Yeah. So if you have a topic, let us know. Text us, email us, drop it in the chat, add us on the tweeters. But it's all good shit and core values.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about them core values, homie.
Oh, we talking about the core values, all right.
We're going to be late about the core values, but I feel like because we're late, we're having more time to process everything going on. So,
glad you enjoyed it, Yamchaz. But
yeah,
I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Yamchaz, Troy, Gargoyle, Wes, Tony said he was here. My homie Darth, Fenny.
NY Phenom,
Fenny. And with everybody
yeah.
for saying something, or because I saw there a lot of people came in and lurking. Big shout
Bacon
out.
Bitch was here earlier.
Yeah, Bacon. But yeah, this is the Black Ninja Cast. We hope to be back soon with some more topics, and we're gonna catch you guys on the flip side.
All right, everybody have a fantastic day.
Peace.